All right, we're live on the interwebs. How's everyone doing? Thanks for joining us on our hangout today. We got Candace with us, the lovely Candace, who's just killing it right now, and Nat Green, online superstar.
What up?
Scotty just popped on, and we're waiting for Yuri too, so he'll be on in just a few.
Good morning, good afternoon.
I just want to start the hangout by handing it off to Candace. She's gonna. I know a lot of you have come here because you're just flat out interested in what the heck we're talking about. And we're talking about a platform that we're using. At least for the people I invited, I said, learn how to get 90% conversions and 90% open rates and 25% conversions. Well, we're using a platform to do that. And Candace is going to sort of explain the down and dirty a little bit for you, so you can get some value right now when you get here. So go ahead, Candace.
Okay, so if you're here because someone invited you or because you've just seen a lot of people recently promoting a company called ARP, Auto Recruiting Platform, I just want to explain what it is exactly. People keep saying, is this a new company? Is this another shiny ball? Is this something? What is this? So let me just explain what it is, and then we can talk about different pieces of the program, or the comp plan, or whatever else you want to get into. But what it is, it's an actual platform, a tool that you can plug into any business. And to be perfectly honest, I bought this tool not to market it. I bought it as a tool because I saw the value that it could bring my business. So the value that it can bring, one, is it's an SMS platform. So SMS is texting. That would be going away from the email marketing part of marketing, like all of us internet marketers or any other marketers, people that have offline businesses too. I know you guys probably get emails from Old Navy or Bath and Body Works. To any of you guys out there that don't know what I'm talking about when I say email marketing, it's when a company sends out mass emails, or a person, an individual who's selling a product, sends out mass emails trying to get you into their offer, or trying to teach you something or keep you on the hook. So for marketing these days, we're kind of venturing into different waters, and it seems to be going towards SMS and text messaging. That's where everybody is kind of plugged into all the time. That's where people get their messages. So going into that, this platform allows the average marketer, allows the business owner to use that source to communicate with their prospects, to their customers, to their clients. So when Danny and Scotty say they're getting whatever open rates, it's through SMS. Their list, excuse me, their list, or their customers, or their leads, they're opening their SMS messages. So our platform, ARP, provides that tool for you to be able to plug into any business you're in. Wake Up Now, ACN, Visalis, anything, any program that you're in right now, watching and listening to us, you can plug this in to whatever you're doing. So if you want to communicate better with your list, this platform allows you to do that. That's not the only thing the platform does. The other thing that a lot of people are more interested in, or equally excited about, is the traffic source that we get. By being a part of this platform, you have access to an offline traffic media source that no one else is going to have access to. And it's pretty much, I guess you could say, untapped waters. So for all of you marketers out there that know what I'm talking about when I say a solo ad, you buy a solo ad and you're not getting much results. It's because there's all these other marketers buying the same, buying a solo ad from the same provider with the same offer or whatever it is. So you're not getting much of a response. This is a new source of traffic for you to plug into your business. So you've got a platform that allows you to communicate with your list. It also allows you to purchase traffic that you're going to get results from. And it's really good for, and honestly, I don't know a lot of people that can manage so many businesses at one time. I know Kimberly Tilley, she's really good at managing a bunch, but I've never been like that. I don't know if anyone on the panel is either. I usually like to focus on one business at a time. This is actually going to kind of open up the waters for open it up for everybody. Or it's kind of like a home for the people that do have more than one business, because sorry guys. So because it's an actual platform that has different, you can log in to your back office and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, however many businesses you have an actual funnel. And when I say funnel, to all of you that don't know what a funnel is, I'm talking about a sales funnel. It's a place where you communicate with the list. It's a place where you gather your list. It's a place where you build your business. So anyway, I can log into my back office and I can run business A, business B, business C, and I can do them all separate but in the same place. You can buy traffic, you can talk to your list. So it makes it very organized for that person that wants to be able to run multiple streams. You always hear people say, one stream is better than, more than one is better. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, but it's really hard for the average person to really manage that, right? So this is a place where you can do that. So we're talking about a platform that you can plug in whatever you want. The offline person, buy Salas. If you're wanting to, no, I don't want to do home parties anymore. I just want to get some traffic. I just want to get some sales. This is it. It's a plug and play type of tool. You just plug it into your business, you buy your traffic, you communicate with your list until they buy from you, and it's a done deal. So, I don't know if I kind of lost anybody there. This is like probably the first 500 words I've said all morning. So, anyway, just go ahead. I'll jump in if I can think of anything else that's gonna kind of highlight what you're talking about. I don't know what you want to talk about next.
No, that's great. That's awesome. It's like Candace said, everyone. It's not like ditching your opportunity and jumping on another opportunity, or even trying to manage two at once. It's really just a tool to use for whatever business you're in right now. That being said, obviously, yeah. So if I invited you here and you've been paying attention to us, we are promoting it lately in the last week because that's where we're getting our results from right now. If you're getting your results from promoting it, you might as well, right? So that and that the other company funnels will go live with rollout of their next phase, which is happening any day now. And with that, the price is going to go up too. So if you guys are interested in this, you should get in now. Click that button below and get in now before the price goes up and they roll out to phase 2. But so right now they don't have those funnels active at the moment. So it's a great time to just promote the system itself. But once those funnels go active, you can bet that for Scotty and I, we're going to be buying tons of traffic for Empower to go through and get some signups for that. So yeah, great point. It's just another thing in the toolbox that you need and you're going to need for your business. And we did a video last night, and Candace brought up a great point in a Facebook post the other day that at least if you're in Empower, and I most likely Wake Up Now, any other companies, you're probably on their text list, some kind of list where they send text messages to you about important things, right? If there's a hangout, they want you to reblog something. Or something real important, they don't email you, they send you a text, right? So don't do what they're telling you to do what they're doing. They're sending you text, so if they're using text in their business, you better believe that you need to use text in your business as well to get people to open it. So maybe I'll pass over to Nat. Nat's pretty new on here and is just starting, but aside from it, we all know he's a superstar in Empower, so let's get his thoughts on this.
Cool. Thanks, Danny. And yeah, that was a great explanation, Candace, I think, because there is a lot of different aspects to it, and I think that it is it's easy for people to kind of not pick up on everything that it is, because there is kind of a lot of different stuff to it. I want to talk about a bit of my first perceptions when I saw it. And for those of you who don't know me, even before I started doing, Empower or whatever other companies I was doing, I actually was doing more local business marketing. So I was actually working with restaurants, with spas, moving companies, that type of thing. And basically, some service-based stuff, but a lot of brick and mortar type businesses as well. And one of the services that I would offer, and I would do all sorts of stuff as far as traditional SEO and Google Places and building Facebook pages and that stuff. But where I live in Vancouver, BC, I'm one of those people where if I see something and I know it's hot, it's an opportunity, and of course, I see the vision of what it can do, I hop on it. And I was actually one of the very first people to really start promoting mobile marketing in a really big way, probably 2.5, even 3 years ago. So mobile marketing, which is a bigger scope, because I mean that's mobile-friendly websites, that's smartphone applications, and then of course QR codes, which I think are retarded, but that's another thing. But text message marketing is a big part of it. So mobile marketing is sort of the bigger sphere. Text message marketing or SMS marketing is basically one aspect of that. And so that was something that I was doing presentations on and selling as a service. And so, I mean, I know SMS like the back of my hand as far as all the benefits and 98% open rates, and people read their text typically. It's like 90+% read them in the first 5 minutes, right? Whereas with emails, if they even read them at all, it's like hours later, days later, kind of thing. So it's like if you need to get a message out there right now, like you could literally, I mean, and the way that I would say this to a small business, let's say it's a rainy day outside, you need traffic coming in because, you're paying for your staff, nobody's coming in. You could literally send out a message right now saying, come down, get 30% off, and whatever, or this weekend only. So limited time sales and stuff like that. You could get out because that people are reading your messages right away, and you can't do that with email. You just can't. I mean, the standard open rates for emails is like 5 to 10%. And yes, I mean, I know people that get 30%, and sometimes on some of my emails I do too. But it's like if you are killing it in your business, getting say 25 to 30% open rates with email, which is phenomenal. What would that do for your business if you're all of a sudden getting 95, 98% open rates? It's going to, quadruple, or, your business is going to skyrocket just from that alone. And so what I thought was interesting, when I first saw this, I totally wrote it off because for me, like I literally have 3 text message platforms. And I have seen a ton of different MLMs. Even there's been like iZig and a couple other ones like text message marketing, and it's like I was just like, man, I've been doing this for years. That when I looked at those things, I was just like, oh god, it's just another one of those things trying to capitalize on the hype, that is text message marketing. And so when I first saw ARP, I was just like, oh god, here's another one of those things, And to be honest, I completely wrote it off. Because for me, I let my ego get in the way, and I was just like, man, I can replicate whatever they've got going on, and I can probably do it better because some of the tools that I have, one of them in particular, does some crazy stuff. And so I just like, nah, whatever, and that was the end of that. And then, of course, I see good old Candace over here, who I talk to, about 18 times a day, and she's just killing it with this thing. And if as much as I let my ego get in the way sometimes, I am going to pay attention to when my friend's making good money, right? So of course, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a look at this thing. And when I went through the whole process, and yes, it is a process you need to go through, and that's one of the biggest things that I want to kind of talk about, is that in itself is brilliant because there's certain things as part of the sales process that is actually going to kick people to the curb. And that's a good thing. And a lot of people are thinking, oh, well, if I have people in my funnel, I want to get everybody. I want to gather everybody up and sell to everyone. And yeah, I get that. But the thing is, you don't, because there's some people that are just a pain in the ass. They're going to ask you questions over and over and over, and like they're going to be more of a time suck than it's worth. And that might be some crazy concept for some people, but there's a lot of posture in that, and it's just realizing that not everyone is fit to work for you. So that's another thing. But the process itself is brilliant and will help you make more money and more efficiently because you're going to be working with the right people. So that's cool in itself. But as I went through the process and I got to the part where I was actually watching the videos, I was like, okay, I get this now. I mean, I literally was letting my ego get in the way of something brilliant. And like Candace said, you can use it for different businesses. You can use it for local businesses if you're a realtor, whatever. Insert local business here, right? And so, and I've been one of those people where I only wanted to be focused on one thing because I tried multiple streams of income before, and to be honest, I didn't really do all that well with it. And I think until you get to a certain point in your business, whether that's $10,000 a month or whatever, but when you get to a certain point, then it's like, okay, you've already got some duplication. You can start automating things. Maybe you have systems in place. But this is something that is a tool, and it's kind of like, instead of looking at it as another income opportunity, which it is, or at least another business opportunity, the way that I would suggest looking at it is, in the gold rush days, who got rich, right? It wasn't all the people, yeah, some people found gold or whatever, but everyone flooded the market, right? And the people that really got rich were the people that were selling the picks and the picks and the shovels and stuff like that, right? That's what this is, because essentially you're selling a tool people can use to grow their business. You're selling them the shovel, essentially, right? And so you can use it to promote whatever business it is, have more success in your business, but also add some extra income. But what I thought was really cool, and I'll end it with this and let Scotty on the mic here, is that it was one thing to see Candace doing really well, and I mean, I know Candace, I know she's a great marketer, so it didn't really impress me a whole lot. I mean, it was enough to make me pay attention, but I was like, okay, cool, Candace is making money, that's awesome. But what was cool was when Scotty and Danny plugged in, that boom, they're making money. And when Jonathan was plugging in, and I guess Jonathan's not on the panel tonight, but he's one of those guys that didn't have a lot of success in other stuff, but he was having success with this. And there's been so many more stories like that where people are already, within days, they're already getting, a certain number of signups. And it's like, this thing is duplicating. And with some of the other stuff that I've seen, it hurts me to see that not everybody is having the success that they want. And for me, I'm cool with the fact that not everyone's going to have success online. Not everyone's going to put in the time. But it hurts me to see people that are really putting in the effort. They're on the Hangouts, they're on the webinars, they're doing the training, they're shooting the videos, they're doing everything they need to do, and yet they're still not having success. That sucks, and I hate seeing that, especially people that are working with me directly. So having something like this that can help them grow, again, whatever business it is, but also making money with this, that was like, okay, I need to do this. So, I mean, again, just to summarize, I didn't think it was what it was at first, and so I just challenge you, whoever is watching this right now, just click on the button below, request your 4-digit PIN, and go through the whole process. Go through the whole damn process. And if it's not what you think it is or what you want it to be at the end of it, then that's cool. But don't stop, a quarter away or halfway through because you think you know what it is. You trust me, you need to see this for yourself. So with that being said, I'll turn it back.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Scotty. It's all you.
Thank you. That was some great points, Nat. And you're totally right. I mean, people just, if you think you know what it is, you really don't. I mean, you really got to just see the videos, go through it, and you'll really be blown away. I mean, I was blown away when I first went through it, and I really kind of shrugged it off too. I was like, oh, okay, it's another thing to get traffic and stuff. But once I saw it, I haven't seen anything that's quite like this. This is different, a different way of creating business and traffic to your primary business than I've ever seen before. And it's probably the easiest way and faster way to actually create success and in your primary business, and you can make a nice commission telling other people about this platform on the side, helping them in their business. So I'll kind of introduce myself here. My name is Scotty Bonin. I am the better half of Danny. No, I was joking. Danny is my twin brother, and we are a team here. But we actually own our family owns and operates a dinner theater here in Colorado, and we've been in theater our whole entire life. And Candace was saying, and Nat was saying, you can build your online business with this platform, and you can build an offline business. So we could even use this platform to start using SMS text messaging, building our offline dinner theater, which is, seriously, I mean, just like Nat was saying, so many people, right as you get a text message, you open your phone right away, and when you get an email, you just look at it, like, okay, I'll just look at it later, I'll just read it later, because there's, 1,000 other emails that I need to get to anyways. Why am I going to open this one email that I just got? But with a text message, you're like, oh, who texted me? Was that my girlfriend? Who was that? But then you see that, it's someone that just joined your team or something. And it's crazy. You have their number right there, and then you can text them back, and you can start building a relationship with them via text messaging, and you can call them too. So it's just crazy how you can use this tool to really to build any business, and it really isn't another like load that you have to. There's not really, you don't have to like go through a bunch of products. You don't have to spend hours on your computer going through videos. Really, it's already set up for you. It's plug in and play, and you can use it to build your primary business, whether it's offline or it's online. And it's just going to make things so much easier for everyone. And I mean, we've been in Power for like 7 months, and we were struggling for a little bit there. We didn't get a sale our first day or our first week or our first month. When we plugged into ARP, we got a sale literally our first day in and our second day in, and then 3 days later we got another one. So it's amazing the duplication that you can get with the system. And not only are we seeing results, but our teammates see results too. And when you have teammates that are getting in and they've only been in for like 4 or 5 days and they start getting results after you, that's the magic of duplication, and it's really just great to see that. And
I just want to point out too on that note that when you join any of us on this panel, we have like the freaking best team in the whole company. Everyone is so uplifting, and I really feel like Candace is a big part of that, and so is a couple of the other guys who aren't on the panel right now. But there's so much support in our group. Everyone's killing it, so that just keeps the momentum going and causes everyone else to duplicate as well. And on that note, Scotty, I wanted to sort of, I know Nat hasn't been really promoting this a whole lot lately, but I wanted to share our results at least, and I know Candace might want to share hers because they're amazing. But, whatever, insert income disclaimer, you have to work hard, you have to learn everything. If you've had no previous online experience, it might take you a little longer, but like Scotty said, we've been in Empower now for like 7 or 8 months, and I mean, we love it. Best training products we've ever used. We probably wouldn't be successful in this company if we hadn't trained in Empower and learned everything that we've learned, gone to their events and networked with people like Nat and Candace. But our results just came a lot slower, like he was saying. It took us a month or maybe even 2 months to get our first sale. And then, it's been 1 a week or so, maybe around here after that. But, these are $25 residual sales, and no one's really going all in. And it's like, what's going on here, But that goes back to what Candace is saying, too. It's because we're using these solo ad traffics that everyone's seen before, and all these avenues of traffic that everyone's sort of sucked dry. And so when we started ARP, literally 6 days ago, I think, it was like sale day 1, boom, and we're like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden, day 2, day 3, day 4. So we've been in, I think, 6 days now, and we're about to close our 5th sale right now. So that's almost a sale a day with ARP, and you can see if you
talk about what that does for you as far as
exactly. A sale is $100. Each sale is $100 residual income for you. So you make one sale, as long as they have that product, you're getting $100 a month from them, and then you get $100 a month from each sale they do. So it only goes 2 levels deep. It's not like this big pyramid where it goes down and everything. And I'm sure Candace can explain the comp plan better than me. But I just wanted to get out that these are the results that me and Scotty have had, and a lot of you that we've invited know that we just started this online thing 7 months ago and haven't had a whole lot of success. And now it's just like been Christmas every day for the last 5 days. It's just been crazy. It's just like, boom, this thing actually works. This industry works now, So, maybe Candace, I'll pass it back to you. I sort of touched on it, but if you want to share your results.
Yes, I've had half a cup of coffee now, and I feel a little bit more alive. I do want to say that I hope I didn't confuse anyone when I started talking this, like when I started out. I'm used to talking to the internet marketer. I'm used to talking to the people that do what we do, and this tool is so unique and so awesome for any business that I know that there are people sending, small business owners, offline retailers and offline MLM company owners to the Hangouts listening to us. And so in mid-sentence, I might, I think, gosh, I might need to rephrase that because I don't want anyone to get lost in what I'm saying when I'm using some of the language I'm using. So if I confused anyone, I apologize. But I need to get better at that. I need to get better at it because ARP is going to be the tool that we can sell to the internet marketers. We can sell to the offline, the real estate agents, to the, the clothing store owner. If anyone out there is listening that is the owner of a business, and everything that we're saying is absolutely making no sense, reach out to me. Reach out, and I'll explain it a little bit better to you. Because that's the last thing I want to do is confuse anyone. So, but I wanted to touch on a couple of things that you guys had said. Nat had mentioned, people just opting in, like people just want everybody on their, in their, I just want to get 100 leads today, and it's like, think about this. Think about what you're saying. You want 100 leads no matter what, but that's why you go through and you see that you have people like honeyboobooboo@gmail.com, or it's like these aren't real people. People are just they want to see what the heck you're doing. People that other marketers, they might see me post something and go, what the heck is Candace doing? And they want to opt in just to see what I'm sending out. That person is not a valuable lead to me. That's just taking up space in my autoresponder. I'm paying extra money to have this knucklehead on my list. I'm not going to get any real sale out of it. So you guys need to think about that stuff. When people are flashing, I've got 100 leads today, I got 200. If it's not a valuable lead, it's really nothing that you should celebrate, So the system that's set up and the process that we go through to qualify a lead, you might end the day with just a few leads, and that's okay because those leads are going to convert a lot higher than you would with all the work and the money and the time that you're putting in to gaining, 100 or 200 or 300 leads a day. I think my conversions right now are like at 68%, and that's ridiculous. That's awesome. That means 68% of the people that are opting into my list are buying from me. So, if I'm only getting 5 leads a day or 2 leads a day, I don't care. That, I don't want to put in a bunch of work and a bunch of money into people that aren't listening to me or, not ignoring me and don't want to buy anything that I have, So those are really good points. And like Danny and Scotty mentioned, Empower Network. I hate to bring that up because it's like I feel like because I am an EN girl, I feel like EN kind of takes a lot of crap from people. It's like I know there's a lot of haters out there and stuff, so I don't want anyone to feel like I'm coming across like that, like I'm bashing EN. I'm not. I love EN. I love everybody I've met on the panel right now. I've met at an EN event. All of their training is awesome. I've made some good money with EN. Everything I know technically about marketing online has come from probably some training course from EN. What I do have to say about that, though, is there are people, that I know that have joined EN because they have a business, they have a passion that they want to know how to market online. So they never joined EN to actually learn how to market or, to make money with EN. They joined to learn how to make their business or their passion, whatever they're doing, succeed online. And what Danny was saying, he says we didn't have much success in the beginning. Most people don't with EN, and the reason, it's not because EN's not a good program, it's because there's a lot of information. So you have to actually take time to learn it, to process it, to apply it, to make mistakes. I mean, that's just what you have to do. It's not a plug and play like some people would like to think. It takes time. It's great information, but ARP is completely different than EN. You can take your EN and plug it into ARP because ARP is the plug and play, you guys. You plug your business in. You don't have to learn how to build a funnel. You don't have to learn how to put together a capture page. You don't have to learn how to, get so many leads online because of solo ads or to syndicate or anything like that. You're just going to buy traffic, right? So it's for the real estate agent that's just watching and saying, I don't want to learn how to market online. I just want to use the internet to make money. I just want to get the client in my door. That's all I want. I want to talk to the people that want to talk to me about real estate. This is it. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, and then I'll go on to my comp plan. Sorry, guys. Is I kind of reached out and I said something on Facebook, and Danny said it resonated with him the other day about text messaging. You know, and again, I'm going to reference EN because I know the leaders in EN. I know their names, right? I don't know the names of the leaders in ACN or Visalis or all these other companies, but I'm pretty sure that those people are doing the same thing. Dave, when they want you to plug in and watch a hangout, you get a text message from them, right? They're like, hey, come on, we're having a hangout, or hey, I did this blog, or hey, you know, and I know this because I get text messages from them. I get text messages from the leaders of the businesses that I'm associated with. So that being said, if you're an internet marketer, sit back and think about what's going on. When your phone goes off and you see that this leader is saying, hey, you know, we're doing this, how did that person got in touch with you with SMS? So even if the leaders aren't telling you this is what we're going to be doing next, they're teaching you how to get better open rates, right? Change your subject line, interact with your list more, get a snazzier subject, whatever. But while they're telling you that, they're SMSing you. So don't sit back and wait for someone to teach you. You know, it's good to pay attention and stay plugged in and follow suit and all that stuff, but pay attention to what's going on around you. That's really a big tip, and I wish I would have learned that a lot sooner, because I think I was always just kind of like in the pack, you know, just doing what's next. And
hey,
you have to really think outside the box.
Sorry, I thought of something. So I was in one of the Facebook groups the other day, and somebody was saying that they had, I don't know, 100 people on their email list or whatever, but they had like 3% open rate or something. And of course, she was asking for advice. So how do you get more people to open up your emails? You write a better subject line, right? Guess what? There's no subject lines in text message marketing. People just open up the damn emails anyway. So you literally don't even have to like think about, you know, being creative and coming up with some, you know, hook, line, and sinker to get them to open. They just open it. It's just so. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, no, that's great. And you know, there's a lot of people that are like, well, you know, I like writing my list, right? I like waking up and being creative, and I'm creative, and I like to do all that. Well, friggin' do it, and incorporate your SMS to command them to open up your email. Whatever you want to do, you know, that person's going to open up their text message before their email, and you know, that's just what happens. You know, whether you want to go with it or not. So yeah, that was one big thing that I've just been kind of thinking about a lot lately. Is just I wish people would understand. You know, they're always like, "What's the secret? What's the secret?" The secret is to be different, right? You have to kind of get ahead of everyone. You have to, just like this traffic that's going to be offered through ARP. This is all new traffic. Other people have not gotten it yet. That's why it's going to work, because there's not a lot of people doing it. We're not all fighting over it. You have to think outside the box. You have to, you know, be that person. Be your own leader. Don't just look up to someone and expect them to show you the way. And you know, if you're new, yeah, latch onto someone that knows what they're doing. Pay attention, learn. But you have to evolve. As a marketer, you have to evolve. You have to recognize what's going on around you, and you have to recognize that you're running a business, right? And it's your livelihood, and you cannot count on someone to tell you what to do next. You have to stay with the program. You have to know what's going on, and you have to keep up with marketing strategies. And this is the next marketing. This is what's going to take over email marketing, whether we like it or not. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, obsolete in 6 months or 2 years, but one day people are going to laugh at saying I sent out a broadcast to my email list. That's just, it's going to be nonsense. So anyway, to talk about the comp plan, you know, Danny and Scotty are doing well, and I already know Nat's going to come in and just like blow us all out of the water. Nat's like this technical marketer that likes to get it scientifically right, and he's working on all these really awesome ads, and I'm kind of just sitting back waiting for him to tell me all the numbers and what I should do. So he's like doing all the math for us. But anyway, I got in, and I got in, like I said earlier, as a tool. I did not get in to market this at all. And something happened in my main business where I didn't have access to my back office for a little while, and I was just kind of like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I logged into ARP. I had owned it for probably a month and a half and didn't do anything with it. And I just started telling people about it, and I was like, hey, check this out. and I got a couple people underneath me. And to tell you the power of the comp plan, real quick, I had one person that I shared it with, and they decided to join me. And I said, oh, okay, cool. You know, I got one person. That's awesome. And that one person went on to, I think he joined on a Friday, and that one person went on to get 5 sales throughout the weekend, right? So all weekend I just kept getting these text messages, right? Well, Candace, you earned another $100. You earned another 100, and I'm like, what is going on? So by the end of the weekend, because I had shared it with one person, I was up to like $600 a month residual. And I don't know about you, that was the fire under my butt. You know, I was just like, whoa, like I got to get off my butt. Like, this is crazy. One person and I've generated that kind of income. It's crazy not to share with more people, right? So being able to just share my results with other people, other marketers, other people that, you know, were probably going through the same thing I was going through. They were having poor open rates. They were, you know, looking for the next best traffic. They were getting overwhelmed because they had a few different companies they didn't know how to manage. So basically, ARP was the answer to any pain that I fell upon talking to marketers. I showed them the program, and I think I personally myself have sponsored I think 11 people in the last, I think, 20 days. So 11 people in 20 days, and I'm at I think $3,900 residual. So I'm at almost $4,000 a month in less than a month. And to me, that's just, I mean, if there's any offline, and you know, we're talking residuals again, offline retail stores or business owners are going to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. So they're not, you know, but the marketers out there, MLMers, I don't know what everybody else's comp plan is, but to build even $100 or $200 in residual income, that's a lot of freaking work. You know, that's a lot of product that you have to buy. That's a lot of stuff you have to do. There's a lot of home parties, a lot of three-way calls. You guys,
if that was a traditional MLM, you literally would need thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, this would be like a 5-year plan for someone, right? Like, right. So I mean, and here's the thing. Yeah, it's not residual unless people are duplicating, right? So, you know, it wouldn't be as exciting if it was just me making this money. But the reason that my residual is so high, like I said, I only recruited 11 people. So I've only created $1,100 of my own money, right? Everything else has come from people that I've brought into the company. So that right there shows you that my team is duplicating, you know, from the beginning. And if there's duplication, then residual will stick. And that's a lot that doesn't go on in a lot of companies and a lot of programs. You know, it's like people can really kill it at first and build this great residual, but it just stops. It's like a domino effect. The minute that it stops, you know, down the chain, you know, people start dropping off, your residual starts dropping off. So as long as you have duplication, you know, you're going to continue to grow. And I'm just like, you guys, in 20 days, $4,000, and we just keep growing. I don't even know what to do. Like, my husband's like, quit. Like, no, you're going to go to work. We're gonna no. But so you guys, it's really exciting. Like I said, 11 people. So, and trust me, after the first couple of people, the other people were not hard to get because they were watching me, right? They were seeing. They want to know. You know, I posted something about Jonathan yesterday. Jonathan's killing it, and I knew he would. I really knew he would, because he would wake up every day and he had such good work ethic. He would just go to work and he would just not go to sleep. He would just pound the pavement, and he wasn't getting much success with his wake up now or whatever. And when he got into this, he started really just every day he'd be like, if I don't get at least 2 sales, I'm like, wow, you know, he was confident. He was getting his sales, and I made one post about his success yesterday. And someone from EN that I've never spoke with wrote me and said, I want in. It gets, you know, it's like if you can just show people, you know, that they just want to see that it works, and it's working. So anyway, if you have an online, offline business, and even if you're doing well, I urge you to look at this, because this can only make you do better, right?
Hey, Candace, I want to ask you a question here, because I know that for a lot of people watching this right now who haven't had the success that they want in other things, a lot of people are probably thinking, yeah, well, this is another, you know, because I haven't got a lot of signups in other stuff, this is just one more thing that I'm not going to get a lot of signups. And they've got the self-limiting beliefs that they're not going to be able to do it too, because they haven't had success in other stuff. what would you say to those people, or like how is this different in that respect?
It's funny because I see that a lot, and I think it's really it's sad. It's really disheartening to me because it's these other companies that don't duplicate, and it makes it so hard, right? It makes it so hard for people. These people get involved with like EN or Big Idea Mastermind or something, and they have, the ultimate goal to make all this money, and they're all jazzed up and they're excited, and they put all their time and all their money and their commitment into this company, and it doesn't go anywhere, right? And they feel like it's their fault because honestly, that's kind of what people teach you, right? They teach you it's not the program's fault, it's your fault. It's your, take. And ultimately, yeah, you need to take responsibility for your business and do what you need to do. But when you have, I'm going to use EN as an example again. When you're in EN or something, right? It's like there's so many people marketing that and marketing the same exact way because we've got the same lessons and stuff like that. You cannot blame yourself for stuff like that. And this program, I am making money, Danny's making money, everybody's making money by word of mouth, kind of talking and just direct sales. Some people are probably doing ads or something like that, right? Once this program actually opens up and we have access to the traffic, recruiting is not going to be an issue for anyone, right? Nobody needs recruiting skills. You just buy ad packs. What are you laughing at, Natty?
I wanted to sort of answer Nat's question too, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Me and Scotty, that's us. What Nat's talking about, that was us. We're sitting here in Empower. We like Candace said, don't get us wrong. Like, we freaking love Empower. Like, we love the community. We love the atmosphere. It's I don't want to be a part of any other company aside from ARP because we're going to use it to explode Empower. That's our main goal with ARP is to throw on that black lanyard at the Empower event so we can, strut around a little bit. But that's us. I'll give you some raw facts here. We're 7 months in Empower with 7 signups. We're 5-6 days in ARP with 4 or 5 signups. And not that we resent Empower, and we weren't ready to quit or anything, and we're still not ready to quit. We understand. We told ourselves, hey, if it takes us 2 years to get up to $10K a month, then it's worth it. Instead of going to school for 4 years, because we realized that we're brand new at this.
Danny, can I ask you one quick question?
Yeah.
Are you guys doing anything differently?
No,
Nope.
we're literally just talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I wanted to make a point too, is that, yeah, all of ours except for 1 sign-up so far has been word of mouth. We did a banner ad that has got 1 sign-up so far. So all we've been doing is messaging people that we've met in Empower, sharing this tool with them, and then posting social proof. When you're posting daily that you've made us $100 residual today, people start to pay attention. That has brought to the reality of us. If you're in Empower Network, all you hear day and night is 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, right? And for a lot of leaders, I guess that's pretty easy. I don't know, but they say all you need is 2 a day. I'm like, holy shit, 2 a day. It's like I get 1 a month right now. What do you want me to do? It's like it seems so impossible. Even when they say 1 a day, work your way to 1 a day, and then get to 2 a day. And in my mind, it still blew my mind. I know that's not a good thing because you're supposed to be able to picture the results to be able to attain it.
But what you're saying is it's the reality of a lot of marketers out there are feeling the same way you're feeling. So it's
Well, so what I was going to say is that for these last 7 months, we've been drilled 2 a day and really even drilled 1 a day to get up to 2 a day. And it was just so far away in my head. And boom, 6 days ago, we're in ARP doing 1 a day. And now with me and Scotty anyways, if it gets to be 8 o'clock at night and we haven't got a sale that day, we're sort of freaking out and scrambling, and we're like, what the hell? We haven't got a sale yet today. It was funny. I had to laugh out loud because Candace was talking about Jonathan who's killing it. And I posted yesterday or the day before, our sale came in at 9 p.m. or something, and I was like, woo, almost didn't get a sale for the day. I thought I was going crazy. he's like, yeah, I was about to unfriend you. So it was, but
and you guys, the comp plan is so cool. So when your team starts duplicating and you're waking up to text messages that you're earning money and you're not having to scramble and say, I need to make a sale, right? I want to explain how cool that is. Like Danny and Scotty have, you said, almost 5 sales?
Yeah,
Sales. So by the end of today, they'll have 5 sales. So just from their work, my household income has increased by $500 a month, right? I mean, so how cool is that? Once your downline starts actually, making sales, you're then creating such a high residual income so quickly just off of that front line. It's crazy. So thank you for that, guys. Really appreciate it.
Of course, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I
I
was-
wanted to kind of pose something to some people here that there's a couple different ways of looking at it, but obviously you choose to look at it the better way. But for anyone that's been doing marketing online for a while, whether it's in Power or whatever, I mean, it doesn't matter, but have you been marketing something and maybe you got someone on your list, right? And you're emailing them for whatever, a week, a month, doesn't matter how long. But you were probably the one that convinced them to do it, to get started with that business. But then maybe they went and signed up with somebody else, because they went guru shopping, right? Who's got the better team, who's going to give me more resources or whatever. And so you basically put all the work forth, but then they went and signed up with someone else. Is that, I don't know, maybe that's happened to you? I don't know, it's happened to me. What happens with ARP is basically if someone texts in and they opt into your funnel, they're coded to you for life. And I don't want to, say any like hypey stuff as far as like, well, if you don't get in now, your whole downline is going to be in 6 months, but they are. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, truthfully though, that it is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as more people are having more success. It's just natural, right? That more people are going to get into it. And so as people start, opting in to other people's lists, it doesn't matter if you know them, you can't get them, right? So what I would say to that is get started now because we have first mover advantage. And, I'm not going to say that you can't be successful if you don't get in during the beta phases or whatever. But right now there's I think about 1,000 people, right? Something, maybe 1,200, whatever. There are hundreds, how many network marketers are there? How many small businesses are, it's infinite, right? But if you can get in now and kind of, get your circle in or whatever, or at least get them opted in, even if they don't buy right now, just get them into a funnel, your funnel right now. Because when they decide, whether it's, 2 months down the road, they're like, oh man, this thing, I can't ignore it anymore. They're going to get started. And as long as they're, in your funnel, you will get them whether or not, they go guru shopping or someone, has better bonuses or whatever. So that's pretty cool in itself, I think.
Yeah, those are good points. And that's the owner, the CEO of ARP, that was kind of his intention. This whole platform, which he's been super successful with a couple other platforms he's built in the past, so he's got a good reputation, and the things that he builds, they just work. They're good, right? He's got good value with what he builds. But that was kind of his vision with ARP, was he wanted a platform, for one, that anyone could make money with, right? That didn't need to sit in front of the computer for 8 hours a day and figure things out. You just could plug it up and make money, and he wanted the average person to be able to make money. If they put in the work, they should get the pay. So he set that up on purpose, and he's really laying it down on people as far as not trying to cut corners. He's really looking out for everybody, making sure that the rules are followed because of the integrity of the company and the way he set it up. So he's really looking out for everybody and wants everybody to succeed. And like Nat was saying, there's only I don't know how many. I think the other day was like 1,000 people in, and it's growing fast. So that's a good probably estimate, 1,200 people. But 1,200 people, you guys, this is, everybody says I want to get in at ground floor. This is pretty ground floor. And if you're wanting to build an online business, if you're wanting to build that stream of income that's, gonna feed you for a long time, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to touch too, and this is we're still in beta here, and when you're looking for traffic for your primary business, you don't really have to go out. I was saying this last week. You don't have to go out and try to test this solo ad or go test this done-for-you traffic. You can make this your one hub for traffic, and you don't have to look for traffic ever again. And it's quality traffic, just like Candace was saying. It's untapped waters. So no opportunities have seen this traffic. You know, it's not saturated, and you can just keep buying traffic. Once your $100 is up, you can put another $100 into traffic, driving it to your primary business. And once the traffic is available, you won't have to go anywhere else to find traffic. You can just auto recruiting platform is going to be your one stop for traffic, and you won't have to go through the stress and the agony of looking somewhere else to grow your business. You can just do it here and see the commission start rolling in. So that's what I love about it too. It's not just, and it's automated. It's not like you have to put time into it. You set it up, you plug in, they set up the funnel for you. It's automated, and you start seeing the leads come in and the sales come in. And it's just, I can't wait for this traffic to start launching soon. It is awesome.
I wanted to mention one thing that we didn't talk about yet. And that Daniel just messaged me actually. So hey Daniel, he's killing it too. He's on your team, right, Candace?
Mm-hmm.
So killing it. Another guy killing it in the industry. But you can use these funnels for other businesses. So a good way that you can supplement your income in this company is once these funnels go live, you can build a custom funnel and you can lease it out to whatever company you built it for. An online marketer example would be, I could get in and buy the Wake Up Now funnel, even though I'm not in Wake Up Now, and I'll just go ahead and lease that out to someone who is in Wake Up Now for a few $100 a month for them to use for their traffic, right? In a brick and mortar sense, I could build a funnel for Tony's Italian restaurant, and lease it out to Tony for $300 a month to use all his SMS traffic for. So that's just one of the ways that you can use these funnels to get more income, even though you're not personally technically using them yourself. And I've heard even talk about there being other income opportunities coming up down the line, and this company, it's just starting out. So I just wanted to put that in there. So.
Something I thought was cool too was I was listening to one of the replays on a phone broadcast that Don, the CEO, was doing, and it was cool just listening to what his vision is as far as how big he thinks it's going to be and stuff. And I don't know, from what I got out of it anyway, it's not just another flash in the pan. I mean, he's been involved and had other systems, I think 5 years ago, maybe it was his last one or whatever, and it was sort of, I think it was at the time when I was just getting started online, so I didn't really know about it, but I've heard of it since. But that one made a lot of people a lot of money, and people like Jonathan Budd and I think Mark Holverson, I might be wrong on that one, but there's a few like big players that basically got their start and really exploded with that last one. And so, of course, me being the kind of guy that I am, I like to research the heck out of everything or whatever. And so I was looking deeper to see what exactly that one was all about and stuff. And that thing was dog meat compared to what is like in this. You know what I mean? This one leverages the technology. Obviously, there's probably similarities in some of the sales processes with human psychology and stuff like that. But this thing is awesome, and I really believe that it's going to be around forever. And actually, something else I do want to mention. One thing that I've noticed with my own customers that I sell text message marketing to with my other platforms, once somebody builds up a list, they're never, ever, ever, ever leaving you as a customer. Because if and I'll just use like a pizza restaurant or whatever, but it's the same concept. If you had, say, a list of 300 people or 3,000 people or 30,000 people, whatever it is, but if you know that you can send out, X amount of messages to those people and basically get X amount times 3 or 5 or whatever your return on investment is, you're never going to quit. Why would you? That would be like the most ridiculous business maneuver you could do. And the thing is, your list is a business asset. So if you were to ever sell your business, you can literally say like, okay, I spend X amount of dollars for this, SMS platform. I send out X amount of messages, and it brings me this much every month. That is an asset to your business. And so as you start building up your SMS database, as your teammates start building up their database, and so on, they are not going to go anywhere, right? And especially once people get, 2.5, I guess, is what it is to really break even on stuff or whatever. But like, this is one of those things where it's got built-in retention to it, And yeah, sure, there are going to be some people that fall out if they don't do anything with it, right? If they don't get a couple people or don't actually use it. But if they actually get a couple people or actually use it to build up a database, you're going to be receiving residual income forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. True story.
That's a really good point, Nat, because I've always preached that actually before I even got involved with EN is products always hold better retention than service, or I'm sorry, a service is always going to have better retention. Just like when I first got online, I tried to do the whole Solovay thing, right? And that was my big thing with Solovay, though. It was like I didn't really do much with it, but my whole thinking around it was it's providing someone with a service, right? This service, if people are getting a free phone service, I'm just going to use that as an example, you guys, they're not going anywhere. They're not going to cancel their phone line, right? They're getting they're getting service, right? Versus information or versus, something that they can't really do anything with. This is something that all these business owners are going to be using to keep their business afloat. Nobody's going to be dropping off. That keeps your residuals going forever and ever. And that's a really valid point.
Sweet. Wow. I guess we're running up on about an hour here. You guys
I guess Yuri's not joining us.
Yeah, I guess
Where is Yuri?
Must have slept in. He probably got arrested for robbing someone. So.
Yeah.
So if anyone has, any closing thoughts, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say too. If anyone ever has any questions about this, you guys can reach out to us, and we'll tell you anything that you want to know. Don, the CEO, he does calls every morning and every night during the week. I don't think he does the weekends, but it's a call you can, once you're in, you can hop on, and it's really a Q&A call to where he keeps you up to date on everything, on what's going on what's coming next, and you can just plug into those calls, and we do hangouts every week, and so you can really get your questions answered. If you want to know something, just plug into these hangouts, plug into the calls, and just reach out to us, guys. We're real people. You can private message us, and just we don't want to see you struggle. So that's just what I want to say.
Our team as well has put together a team website, you guys. Just for anybody that's watching and is like, well, I don't want to jump on, and you guys say you're going to work with me, but you're not going to work with me, because I know people have been in that position as well. And we see that the team is growing so fast that we were like, okay, it's going to get to the point where we really can't help people on a one-on-one basis, right? So we've already put together a team website, and we're all, not just one or two people, anyone that is, good at marketing or just has any kind of strategy that's working or whatever is going to be uploading and adding content to the site. We're doing weekly private team trainings. It's going to be kind of like a hangout like this, but we're not selling anything. It's just we're telling you like certain things that are working for us. So there's tons of support on the team. And so don't feel like this is just another thing that you're going to get into and you're not going to know what to do with. So if you join and you want to do something with this business, if you want to make money, all you have to do is show up. There's tons of people, there's tons of training, and there's tons of support on the team. So don't not look into this because of that feeling, because of those feelings.
Something I would just add to that, though, Candice, is that when you join someone, you're a 50-50 partnership. So why would anyone not want to help you? I don't know. I mean, maybe they have too much money already. No, I don't want to help you. I don't want 50% of your productivity. No, don't need it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'll end on that note too. That the support and the community has just been amazing in this last week for Scotty and I. I mean, literally, Candace says, they're going to be try to do a team hangout a week where we share things. But already twice this week, I've gotten a message or something from Candace or from Jonathan or from ever saying, hey, we're all just hanging out on a hangout right now if you guys want to jump on and chill and chat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually how we got our banner ad going and got a freaking sign up. We were just chilling on the hangout. It wasn't a public hangout, so it wasn't broadcasted or anything. And, Eric's just like, oh, I'm running a banner ad over the next couple of days if anyone wants to get in on it. And boom. And then during that time, Daniel even brought on a person to try and get them signed up. And so we're full of support. You're going to get the help you need. I've already sent out 1 or 2 messages to our small team we have right now just saying, hey, this is what I did today and yesterday. Here's the exact message I sent to people I met in EN that obviously got a couple of you guys to sign up. So you use this same message, send it to everyone you've met in EN, So we're always here to help. So if anyone has anything else.
No, I think we've covered it all. That's a good one to end on there.
Cool.
Hopefully Yuri's watching this.
I would just say really quickly, if what we've said makes any sense, then just click the button down below, go through the process, go all the way through the process. Don't whistle out halfway through. Just do it. Just trust me on that one. Like I said, I was like, whatever, until I did, and so here I am now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go through it, you'll see the bigger vision. It'll probably make even more sense, or fill in some of the pieces that we've talked about, maybe that went over your head or didn't quite have clarity on. So just do it. You'll thank us for it.
You heard it from Nat Green, Prosperity Team Leadership Council himself.
Oh God.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, so thanks for joining us, guys. This Hangout replay will be up all week or until we have the next one. So come back and visit it if you need to, and make sure and click that link below. Leave your questions in the comments if you have any, and we'll get back to you. So we'll see you guys next time.
Have a great Saturday.